Here we are. We're here and we're live. We're here. We're queer. JJ Liberman.
Whoa.
How are you? Well, I just was rhyming.
Can I have the
water?
Yeah. Is that fine, or is that gonna your? Can I swear too?
Well, you already started.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
think
cool.
like, is there such thing as in like the first 30 seconds of the YouTube video you shouldn't swear?
Well, you can edit that out and bleep
No, I
it.
know. That's what I mean.
But I also don't care. Clearly.
I don't care. Care, swear. What's up, dude? Doing a lot of rhyming. JJ Liberman.
How's it going?
You're a funny guy, dude.
I
You're
am.
very
I'm
observant too, bro.
I'm
What
just
the
looking
shit
around
you're
what
looking
you
all
got
over
in
the
your
place.
apartment.
Yeah, dude. Big tennis player, so I have some US Open passes over there if you're looking.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, is that a Breitling?
No, it's a fake iced out AP. You want to see it?
No, you don't have to grab it. Come on, we'll talk. So your thing was, I know you bring me in to interview me, but I actually know nothing about you.
Yeah, I know. We don't know much about each other,
No.
dude.
And is this what you want to do? Is you want to?
Of course. What do you mean?
Am I close enough or far enough?
No, you're good. Sometimes the guests are a little too close, and I'm like, it should really be a cushion thing.
I don't like close. I hate it.
Yeah, you're not a big dap guy, too. Every time I kind of see you, you do the pound, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, that is. I'm not. I don't shake hands. One, because I feel like the shaking hands is it's so gross. It's so like madman. Let's do a deal. Hey, okay. And then there's certain guys that I see in comedy that always shake hands, and it just seems phony. It seems like, oh, I'm here to do business, and I don't. Like, I got into this as a 33-year-old failure of life, and now, I just want to have fun. So there's no business to me, which I respect, even though you're very savvy with but I do respect your hustle. I actually love guys who hustle, and I don't care how they do it. But I also love I love people who are very authentic, but I don't know you well enough, so I can't make any.
No, I'm an authentic dude, I'd say.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
We'll see.
I am. Yeah,
we'll see over the
time of this episode, and then the next couple times we meet too.
A couple years. I'll tell you. I'll tell you if you're authentic or if you're just a weasel.
Fair enough. So starting comedy at 33.
Exactly 10 years ago, 2000, December 16th this year.
And you've made quite a lot of progress, bro. I think one of the first times I saw you
2 years off,
comedian-wise, really?
Yeah,
for the pandemic.
I was in Canada.
Let me give you your flowers for a moment, bro. Saw you on the No Jumper podcast. I thought that was dope. I know Adam just from watching his YouTube for a long time.
The best dude.
Okay.
Legitimately one of the best dudes. But
he's killing it right now.
We can get.
But I mean, so I saw you there, and then you've been in the comedy scene for a long time. I know your type of comedy is off color, but you were on the Ted Jones comedy show the other week, and multiple people were like, dude, that guy was hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
It was great. So I'm happy that you did the show and people were happy, bro.
And I was happy that you'd allow me. It was an interesting. So that's one of the premier clubs to me. Like, the Stand is obviously one of my goals eventually to get into clubs. So I appreciate. That's the first time I ever performed at the Stand. So thank you. And it was Christmas Eve. So
yeah, dude, it was. It was a good turnout.
Great turnout, and inherently could have been an very uncomfortable. Some people. I did a show before that. It stunk. I don't want to say the club
on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I had heard that it was quiet. I think you and then a couple other comics were telling me that shows got canceled that night.
Yeah, a lot of shows got canceled, but also the energy, because there's it's how you want to approach it. Some people are like, well, I have nothing going on. Everyone's at home with their family, and I'm not. But your show was, I don't know what it was. It was great energy, great vibe. I really had a fun time, and it was fun. I like doing that. I like doing shows. I don't care what day it is.
Do you find your comedy having to change sometimes with rooms that aren't feeling your vibe?
No, I just don't care, and then I don't get booked.
I mean, well, I think not caring is the first good thing, though.
Yeah, I think me and so a guy who I tour with. Have you met Ryan Long?
Yeah, he's done our show actually a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I tour with Ryan. I don't know if you know that, and we talked about this actually in the Uber on New Year's. And there's an energy I can give, but we're talking about like the energy is like, you can go hard and people will hate you or love you, or you can do your medium stuff and people don't like it. And I feel like if I do that and people don't like it, then it's like, what a waste of a set anyways. I'd rather them just hate me.
Getting back to initial thing, like you were saying, being authentic. You know, like if you go out and you're fully yourself and the people hate you, whatever. You're not going to go to that medium place where you're like, all right, I'm not happy. They're sort of happy. You know, the balance doesn't work.
Well, for you, you probably have aspirations. Like I saw your shower. Can I talk about your shower?
Talk about it, bro. Because usually I close that blind, dude, before guests come over. Yeah, I don't need people talking about it, but let's talk about it.
It's not
seriously,
like
no. But you know what I mean? Like if every time somebody comes over, somebody's got something to say about it.
I actually like stuff like that because then
let's talk about it.
I think that people who do crazy things now, if you're doing it disingenuously, you got a fucking problem. But if like that's what you really believe in, if you really believe in like affirmation, and I think that's a great thing, and you just have like these notes of affirmation. The only thing I said, I've been doing this a long time. I presume you've been doing this for years?
So full time, yes. Full time, almost 2 years in April.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I worked at my dad's real estate company for 6 years.
Okay, doing what? Selling commercial?
Was bouncing in and around multiple jobs at the company. I was a property manager, was helping out with rentals.
Not happy?
But I mean, just basically the stuff that you do when you work at your dad's company.
Yeah.
You know, you do the things that are a little bit challenging, but you have so much pressure to be the man at your dad's company right away, you know, so you have to tell people, all right, clean up this, whatever. And then I felt myself like looking at computer screens during the day and being like, I am not happy. I don't want to wait 15 years until my dad gives me the company and then all of a sudden this is all mine. I wanted to create something for myself.
No. But you weren't doing comedy at the time.
I was here and there, but I mean, doing it full time it'll be 2 years in April. But
that's amazing.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. So I had invasive jaw surgery of July 2019, and that kind of I had TMJ where a side of my face grew longer than the other. So like I had a crooked smile, my jawbone was just uneven. So I had insanely invasive surgery. They broke my jaw in 3 places, had it reconnected. So for like 6 months, I really could not move as a same
wait.
person.
See, this is cool stuff. Do you talk about this shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Like on stage?
Not so much.
So
that particular segment, not really.
So because you were unhappy with how you looked, was that a thing?
No, actually not at all. I went to the orthodontist after a check-in because I had braces and I haven't seen this guy since I'm like 16 years old. So I went in 10 years later, something like that. And he was like, look, your jaw is uneven. It's growing in this point.
Oh, it kept on growing.
He's like, I think it's going to continue to grow.
Fuck out.
And this happens apparently more so in females than males. So one side of my face is growing and he was like, it might just continue and it's just going to deplete your gums fully on one side. Cause I was like chewing hardly on one side. Yeah,
so it was uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, but I didn't really notice it until he brought it up. And then I started seeing pictures of myself. Like here, I'll pop this picture up right here. Like you can see my smile is crooked.
Well, I can't see your fans can see.
Well, you take my word for it, bro. Anyway, yeah. So it was just my orthodontist like sat me down and he was saying we can try and fix this with Invisalign, but it's really an issue. And I had no idea. And then one day I just decided, all right, yeah, let's do the surgery. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into, bro.
Do you think he was trying to take down the Ted Jones empire?
No, dude. He was trying to blossom the empire into what it is right now. He recommended a surgeon, bro.
Really?
And then afterwards, I was going to do my dental plan with him, my Invisalign, which I still have to wear Invisalign at night. But
so that's crazy. Because that's what the scar's for.
Yeah.
Do people ask you about the scar?
All the time.
And what do they say?
It's funny because this is actually not from the jaw surgery itself. The surgery was all in my mouth.
What's that from?
This is from some sort of infection that was here. Maybe it was from the surgery. We don't fully know.
Oh, so that was after the fact.
Yes, dude. So it was a whole...
Oh, my God.
Whole year.
Okay, I thought you might have like said, oh, I can't deal with my comedy. You know,
yeah, dude. And I just went straight to the jugular.
You just watch your...
yeah.
So, you know, there's... when I started getting to women, I got into women in my 30s. I'm really into like large breasts. And I love all kinds of... Do you know my story or no?
No, please talk.
So I usually fuck guys.
Yeah.
But not
knew
you.
that.
Don't
I knew
worry. Don't worry. I don't like guys with.
I'm
like
good,
scars.
dude. I don't even
But
think
no,
you're my type. Yeah, I
really?
don't know.
Yeah, you're not my type.
I don't know.
Maybe when you were in like an elite tennis player over the age of 18 to 22, but
Right.
I don't like Harry. So, anyways, I got into chicks, but I love tits. So I would get into the first escort that I had fake tits, so I loved them. And but I don't care now. I have no. Is this all right? Is this
This
kosher?
is great. Go
It's not
ahead,
making
dude.
you
Go ahead.
uncomfortable?
Cover your ears. Well, my grandma usually listens, but here you
No
go.
way.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I have a
Jesus.
supportive family, bro. I need it. I appreciate
That's
it.
such an odd thing in comedy.
Yeah, supportive family.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Well,
yeah.
I started super late though, so I feel like if I didn't have that, I feel like it would be way more difficult. As opposed to, I don't know. You tell me.
So is this how deep can I go with this shit? Because I don't want, or you just tell Grams, you're like, hey, you just don't watch this one.
I mean, bro, it's a Ted Jones World podcast, man. We have guests of all walks of life. Come on, so share your story, dude.
So I really got into women with large breasts, and then I like, have you ever seen like where they talk about like gigantic, like where it looks like
abnormal
size. Huge.
The fake ones, you mean? Yeah.
Or real.
Okay.
That's why I'm into like thick women, because like the BBWs, you're the big beautiful women,
Yeah.
or not so beautiful sometimes. No, it's BBW. It's big beautiful
it's
woman.
unspecified.
No, but a lot of people think that though.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing. But a BBW generally will have huge naturals, so opposed to the big fake ones. And some guys hate fake breasts. I don't care. Is that
They're okay?
Yeah, a lot of people want natural, but also, but you're a good-looking dude. I'm a troll, so what I can get is different than what a good-looking guy can get.
But bro, people who have fake breasts, that's like an enhancement.
Yeah, sure.
So what do you mean? What does that have to do with?
So my whole point is, back to the jaw, there was this one porn star who I would follow. She had the surgeries. And there's ways that there's a certain kind of surgery where they'll keep on growing. And then it's a dangerous surgery. Like what you said, super invasive. I don't know. Was it a high risk surgery for you?
I mean, we're breaking my face in 3 places. So I think just the structure of my face maybe was in question.
Right.
But I don't think it was like
Health.
life changing.
Right. Her breasts grew to a certain size that she needed, recovery, like she needed to change this, whatever was going on, and it was like dangerous. I don't know. She could be dead. I didn't follow up on her.
Shyla Styles?
Maybe.
Didn't
Put
she
the picture
die?
up.
Yeah, well, of Shyla Styles?
Well, you could put the
I could put a picture of her up.
yeah. So one of the first escorts. So I'm in a car with Ryan Long. You'll ask Ryan Long. This is the craziest story. This is when we were living. So I'm from Canada. On Monday night, we would do 3, sometimes 4 shows. This is how good the scene is in Toronto. We're going to our 3rd spot of the night, and I get on the phone. I'm like, hey, are you available? And he's like, yeah. And then I hang up. He's like, did you just order a fucking escort in my car?
And you did?
Yeah. I went. So we went to they used to have these cool vape lounges where people would smoke and you perform comedy, like one of the hottest things. But it wasn't like stoners that sometimes they sucked, where it's like people were way too high, but other times some of the best shows, some of the best workout shows. So we went to the one vape lounge that my buddy ran. I wanted to see if I could get on. I couldn't get on, so then I took an Uber to meet this escort. Huge fake tits. Oh, I just spit everywhere. Huge fake tits. But then I found out she was such a Barbie with the fakeness, like the lips, the ass, the tits. She ended up dying on the surgery table. Yeah, she was like in her 20s. She was so hot, but so fake. Like, it's like these people who are into like these, when you see these sex doll robots that are coming out, like the extreme, you think it was a character, like a cartoon character, like she was an anime. That's how crazy she was. Like everything was like, it was like craziest version of Kardashian.
So let me ask you this. From the age of, I guess when you grew up till 33, you had thought you were gay, or when you became bisexual?
Probably, by the way, you got rocks, nerd. But
the sapphires?
Sapphire.
Yeah, dude, I got those from Amazon.com. Fresh rocks energy, though. Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. So, yeah, I mostly from the time I was like 8 years old, I found dudes attractive. Like I could see commercials.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when I was watching cartoons and then they'd have a commercial and there'd be like guy models and I'm like,
You just get a fat like boner from
yeah,
that.
totally. And then, so in my teens, I really didn't. I was so focused. I played baseball growing up, so I was just so focused on playing. Same kind of thing, right? It's like 2 days every day. Your whole mind was like morning, noon, night. Everything.
Did you think about playing in college?
I went to college.
Did you play baseball in college?
Yeah, I went to junior college.
Okay.
I went to junior college. I went to 4-year school, and then I got into. I tried to get into independent ball. I hurt my shoulder, but I spent a year on a team. I went to the spring training of the team. It was like professional baseball, but I was injured. I couldn't throw, so they kept me on the disabled list, and I just hung out with the team the whole year. I spent the whole year in professional baseball. It was indie ball, so it wasn't affiliated, and I basically just caught bullpens and
How old were you at that point?
20. This was a year after I just labrum surgery. I had labrum surgery in 2004, so summer of 2005. And I couldn't throw still. Did you have any injuries?
Yeah, a ton.
Yeah.
Shoulder labrum actually.
And is that what screwed up your career?
No, man. It was just that I felt for tennis, it's a little bit different than other sports where if you don't start playing tennis when you're 5, 6, 7 years old, like you're already years behind because the amount of kids in Europe that do that, kids in Florida,
it's everywhere.
Kids in Texas. Yeah. And then growing up in New York, I actually made the decision to play tennis full time more seriously because it was between tennis and baseball for me when I was 12. I really took tennis more seriously. I was homeschooled for a year for tennis.
Yeah, you were.
Went to performing arts school for tennis.
Yeah, you did.
So
theater nerd.
It took a lot. Yeah, or in nicer terms. I remember you called me something.
Yeah, I don't want to say it on your. But yeah, the word starts with an F.
The nerd starts with nerf. Oh, yeah, starts with an F. There you go.
So basically, I tried to pursue that career, and the unfortunate thing, which you probably got at a younger age, which I kind of wish I did, I wish I came to the realization in college that your baseball career is going to be over after this and enjoy it. Instead, I still had aspirations of playing Major League Baseball. Like I was so delusional, like how you are in comedy. So
nice jab, bud.
So I hung on to the dream too long, and it made me super depressed. And when I got out of baseball, I got into very, very bad behaviors sexually. Just literally, I was so sad that, you spend your whole life from like a boy to Jesus. I was 28, 27, and then you get out of the game and you have nothing. And I was like closeted the whole time. I was dating dudes. I had one of my exes, my first boyfriend, committed suicide when I was in baseball, like my last couple of years in the game.
How long had you guys been together?
I was with him on and off for a couple of years. It was tough, right? Like you couldn't have.
You two were both closeted?
He was a little bit more open, but he was a little bit younger. So it's like, but you got to remember, this is like really before social media. So you could be, man, I couldn't imagine a dude who's in the closet right now in college playing a sport. I could only imagine how difficult it was because guys were.
Well, you're saying now it's harder to be? Or?
Oh, I would think so. Back then, no, but because the two worlds don't cross over. Every world crosses over now because of social media. So I had people trying to out me all the time.
But when people were outing you, did you stand up for yourself and say like, "Yo, that's fucking"?
Wow, nobody believe like some really effeminate gay dude. Like he's gay. Like you're like nobody believes.
But to be honest, like on first glance or whatever, even talking to you, like you wouldn't think that.
Yeah,
God, gay guy.
Yeah, what a man. I'm a man.
Yeah, you are, bro. Well, not in a negative
yeah,
like that. Other gay people
get canceled. They're gonna go back to that fucking clip.
Gay.
Right.
Doesn't seem gay.
Well, that's why I think also too. It's systemically, like people talk about systemic racism. Systemically, there's not a lot of guys that will come out of the closet that are bros just because of the association of that to the scene. I think a lot of people, the mainstream scene is not the scene that I'm attracted to. like the rainbow flags, this, that, the
So
other.
you're saying you were doing questionable sexual things.
Oh,
What do you
I was out of the game, depressed. I was sad. I was like almost suicidal.
mean? Drugs ever get in the mix here?
No, that's the surprising thing. Drugs never got in the mix until comedy, and not even drugs, just weed. No, I was just having really high risky, unprotected sex with, dude, I've had unprotected sex with multiple people that are HIV positive.
How many?
That I know for a fact, 3. Crazy, right?
Well, is that really bad? I mean, Magic's
Well, what do you think,
Magic's been
stupid?
alive for freaking 50 years. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, it's. I feel lucky. I feel super. You know, that's the thing I always try and remind myself is that, you know, when things don't feel like they're going right in life, you're like you faded, like a serious autoimmune disease, which now you can live with. But then think about COVID. Like, you have an eyelash on your face.
I thought you were gonna take it off and like blow me a kiss with something.
No,
That's why I left it there.
You're the kind of guy. You're the kind of guy. If you had a big dick, I'd blow you through a glory hole. Like, we could put up the.
All right, so let's just get a glory. Let's get a glory hole. All right, down. Say less.
But so I feel very lucky that, you know, because guys had to put up with. It's just, you know, with COVID going around, that's a real threat to people's lives again.
Yeah.
Like for HIV, like there was a time before 2020 that people who had HIV could, you know, you just take the pill a day and you're fine. But your immune system is at risk if you have it and you catch COVID. It's like a serious thing.
When did you start feeling comfortable outing yourself just to, I guess, people that you haven't met before?
I just talk about it on stage. I don't really talk about it to people. It's not,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't give, also, I'm not a people person, man. I'm like I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to talk to strangers. I don't want to do, like, I'm comfortable in this entertainment realm, but I don't like to be around people. I look at people on the subway who are fucking listening to their phones without headphones, and it irritates me.
Dude, you're a very intimidating guy, I might add.
No, I'm not.
I think you are. Just the way that you just described yourself and not liking strangers, that sounds intimidating, bro.
No, to me.
And then also the no handshake too.
Yeah,
that's intimidating.
You want to. Okay.
What?
Okay, we can talk. Bro? What are you looking at the fucking?
I want to make sure we have the full battery. By the way.
So that's
really?
Why
I was thinking,
okay.
We're good. We're red.
So guys who are to me.
I was doing a little bit of both. But go ahead.
Yeah, you fucking psycho. To me, the people that are they're intimate. Like, there's some comics who I really respect comedically, who are very funny comics, but they've got like a serious past, and it's to me that's like Derek. Have you had Drescher on the show?
Yeah.
He's like one of the most interesting. I love the guy, and he's comedically great. I think he's going to be very fucking popular in comedy. I think he's very talented. Guys like him and Gio, like they're like
they've both been on.
Yeah, they're like proper badasses. And like even I was doing a show with Sergio on. Have you ever met Sergio?
Sergio Chacon? Never.
Oh, dude, this dude's like legit. Like, he's built like a fucking human pit bull. I'm like, he's so funny, but I'm like, I would never ever like talk shit about a guy like he could kill me, but that's intimidating to me. Guys who are like actual
right. Okay, the physical threats.
Well, yeah, I mean, but also too, they grew up in New York. They're no. Is that what? Yeah, but you grew up in like the fucking Greenwich Village of New York, right?
Not Greenwich Village, near Gramercy Park.
Gramercy Park. You didn't grow up in New York. You grew up in the fucking Epstein Island.
It was fucking difficult back then, bro.
Right. Yeah, right. I see in Gramercy, it's like there's a park where it's gated off.
Yeah. Didn't have access to that park.
What
That'd
the
be
fuck
fresh
is
though.
that?
That's crazy. Gramercy Park. You need a key to. Well, you have to live right around the outskirts of Gramercy Park, and then you need a key to get it.
Who wants that?
Where did you grow up? Toronto.
Toronto, downtown Toronto. But who wants to go to a park where you have like the people don't? Do people like that?
I mean, bro, if I paid $50 million for a townhouse, I would like a private park in front of my house.
Buddy, if I paid
JJ.
$50 million, I would have my own fucking island. I wouldn't live in New York.
Speaking of Epstein, nice. Way to wrap that back.
No, but that is, to me, I love this city. It's one of my favorite cities in the world.
The best.
You think it's the best?
I mean, yeah, dude. It's hard for me to stay anywhere else for more than 4 nights unless I'm like actually working there and be happy. Like,
Doing shows, you mean? Or
sure.
work?
Yeah.
I hate the term work.
My dad. Well, I mean, I do the vlog, I do the podcast, I do the comedy show.
So you're doing.
So
you're
that's work,
entertaining,
bro. Okay.
No, it's not. This
What do you
is
think?
not
I know
work.
it's not. I'm happy that I'm doing this, but what would you qualify that as?
This.
No. What I'm saying, like, if I'm somewhere and I'm not doing anything, if I'm somewhere and I'm not passionately doing what I want to do, I'm fucking bored.
I never look at this as work.
I agree.
To be honest with you,
Sure.
that's why I don't mind doing this. Like, yo, dude, you could tell me you're like, JJ, you can come tonight to do a spot on my show. There's no pay. I'm like, I don't, until I'm a name and I can draw, I don't, like, the pay obviously helps. I had no money last year. I made less than, living in New York, I made less than $15,000 and I survived in 2022. So every dollar matters, but also too, if I got no spot pay, I would do it all for free because I only look like when you, I think you like you tip me out. I look at it as a tip. I appreciate it. You didn't have to pay me, but I appreciate it. I appreciate, like, you know, if I'm hosting a club show, sure, I can't. But if I didn't get the spot pay of like 60 to 80 to 100, I appreciate doing the time. You got to put a value to your act, but I put that value to the act when I can actually sell tickets, in my personal opinion.
How long have you been on the road with Ryan? Because I've spoken with Ryan before, just about YouTube in general, and you know he's been doing the man on the street stuff for forever. I've looked at his,
but he's
like,
brilliant, bro.
Ago, for sure.
So Ryan started probably 11 years ago, but he also Ryan, before he did stand-up comedy, had TV shows. Like, he's a incredible talent. Like, so probably 14 years ago, he had already a television show in Canada. And this is before he did comedy. So I started a year after him and my other good buddy, and who he does a podcast with, Danny Polishuk, who's super funny.
Great dudes, by the way.
Yeah,
Nice
good crew.
guys.
Yeah, that was our crew, and there was about...
Yeah, bro, you, I think, are the most intimidating out of those guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, Danny's
First
on
glance.
acid all the time, so fucking...
Yeah, he seems great. He seems like a very nice
know
guy.
if he's on acid. Oh, he's a really good dude. So I started a year after him, and we all became really close. I actually, out of the three of us, was probably headlining clubs in Canada first, but Ryan was always considered, you know, the GOAT, because he was always doing sketches. He was always culturally on the cusp of everything, like always culturally on point with everything. And then he moved down here, blew up during the pandemic, and Danny moved down here. I didn't have any money, so I couldn't even move down here. And they started touring together. We used to do the podcast together, and then I joined them last year, and I started touring with them. And then so most dates, if I ever want to go on a date, Ryan just says, "Tell me which dates you want to come," and I go.
So you've been touring with him like the last year or so?
Yeah.
How was the pandemic for you? You know, you talk about finance. Why?
Oh, I was playing. I quit comedy and I played poker professionally.
How'd you do in that?
Oh, I was probably bought in for $400,000 worth of tournaments. I played the main event last year on.
Dude, I thought you said you had no money.
I was backed, and I did have a lot. This is before, so 2 years ago. I played the main event 2 years ago.
Which one? The World Series of Poker
World
main
Series
event?
of Poker. I was on a feature CBS Sports feature table.
Is this online?
Yeah.
All right, are we
You can
popping it up right now?
now.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Nerd.
Fucking this guy, dude. He's so mean, bro.
So I played at a feature table with Chris Moneymaker. So during the pandemic,
yeah.
financially, I was doing great. Where I lost I was a crypto boy. So when I moved to New York.
I bought Bitcoin at 50K, dude.
At 50?
Full fresh coin, dude.
Oh,
and
you're one of those.
I retired from my job. Oh, wait, I actually heard you on a podcast. You lost like a lot of money.
I
think
lost
maybe
50K
what was it from,
twice.
Was it from like Safe Moon or some nonsense?
It was from.
Well, let me I'll explain my story before. I bought it at 50K, dude. And this is like my retirement money. So right now it's not doing so great, but I assume that this year will be way better than last year. So,
actually,
hopefully so.
I think this year, we're actually going to, I don't want to make it a crypto thing, but I do think.
Close this window. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you can just edit it. I'll wait. You could just edit it. I wait. Or is this a full run? Do you run it or do you edit it?
What do you mean?
Do you keep this running or will you edit out like something like that? Like
No, this is in. We're in right now.
By the
But I edited it.
So, long story short, I do think with the market's still going to continue to hurt and go lower, but I do think Bitcoin, if you can get it,
Bitcoin and Ethereum, yeah. So what happened? Let's hear your story though. How did you lose 50K twice?
It's the first time I was new. I was a moon boy.
Safe moon.
No, just a moon boy. Want to go to the fucking moon.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. That's why I bought Shiba, dude.
Yeah, you're a moon boy. You're a dumb bro who buys it when it's rocketing.
Right after a rocket.
Yeah, you're a moon boy. And then everyone who's smart sells their bags while you're buying Bitcoin at 50K after it's been pumping.
Well, your boy Logan Paul pulling the rug on all of us doesn't help.
Scumbags. There's a lot of trash.
In that. I was just saying though.
Yeah, so
a lot of rug pulls and shit.
I feel like I'm so savvy when it comes to like understanding my path in comedy, but I'm not savvy in anything else. I'm a degenerate. Like when we were in Texas at the beginning of the month, I did Scottsdale with Ryan, and then Ryan went back to New York, and I flew to Austin, which is an amazing comedy scene, amazing food scene, amazing entertainment scene. Did shows there, and then we did shows in Plano, and I was desperate to meet an escort with titty milk. Like I'm just an idiot, and I spent money. I had no money.
How much?
She was actually the cheapest. She was only $100 to see her, which was great.
How long do you see an escort for $100?
Yeah, this is what's so scary. Now I have to wait the next 3 months to worry about a disease. Yeah, $100 is like ridiculous.
Cheap?
Yeah, buddy, it's bargain basement.
That's like for an hour though, or
yeah. But the thing was,
get your rocks off.
The thing is that she didn't allow any sexual touching, which I liked. It's just it was a titty milk thing. I was just there
straight pump,
straight titty milk.
All right.
Do you have a fetish like that?
I mean, I'm vegan, so theoretically, I guess.
Oh, that's right. That's all your clips. Is you talking about how you're a soy boy? That's all the clips.
I'm a soy boy.
Why are you a soy boy?
It started with the jaw.
Yeah.
Couldn't chew meat.
You're the only person to find a way to be more insufferable than you are.
Because of me being vegan?
Yeah, but you're already
sober.
Insufferable.
I think that it goes back to what you were saying. You know what I mean? Like people are either just going to really be themselves and people won't like them, as you're expressing yourself to me right now.
Yeah.
And then
I don't mind you.
What?
I don't mind you. I like you because you work hard. But I don't think I'd ever be friends with you. But
I think we're cracking down that wall right now.
Yeah.
We're becoming friendly.
Well, friendly. I'm friendly with that. I actually don't think I don't like that about comedy, or I don't like when people use this and treat it like we're high school girls and talk shit and stuff like that. And
you mean like talking shit on a podcast about things?
Well, just talking like someone don't like you because of your approach to the game, which I'm sure you get. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, what do you care? What do you care that he's working hard and doing something else? And you can tell he's like business. He's like, there's a business side to you, which is fine. You're all going to have to adopt it anyways if you're going to want to make money in this game. So you just adopted it earlier. But my importance right now, to me, I look at it as like I just want to be the best artist in comedy I can be, and then I'll figure out the business stuff. But
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So going back to being vegan, so it was tough for me to chew meat, as I said, no homo, and then I just got into the fruits, oatmeal, so tofu, chickpeas.
Oh.
And then I just stuck with it, bro, and now it's part of the brand. So
and you like it?
Back. Yes, I have many options.
Do you never crave a steak?
No.
Really?
No, dog. Sometimes I'll be like, "Fuck, that pizza looks good," but besides that, yeah, dude, cheese is huge. So when people are like, "Cheese or blowjobs," like, take the fucking cheese.
So why can't you? So let me ask, why can't you just eat a fucking slice of pie?
No, dude.
What will it do?
Because it will bring people's respect in me down, JJ.
But I thought you don't care what people think.
I do for the brand.
What do you mean?
I don't care what people think about me. I care what people think about the brand, bro.
Really?
When people think about Ted Jones World, they should think fucking vegan,
Oh my God. It's
fucking
nauseating.
podcasts, fucking vlogs, comedy shows, and being authentic and true to yourself, no matter what a podcast guest might
he's
say
even got
to
a
bring
gay
you
flag.
down.
He's got a gay flag.
Yeah. Where's that? Oh, yeah, on the fridge.
the fridge.
Dude. I respect everyone and all people.
Yeah, I know,
As
I know,
the world
I know.
does, you know? We love everyone. All colors, shapes, sizes, gay, straight, bi.
I saw the guy who was, you remind me of him, who was, I'm at the gym and I see the guy. You ever watch the movie Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, not Tom. I know Tom
I've
Cruise.
seen the movie, yes,
but I'm not
saying,
talking
so
Tom
they
Cruise.
know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they know who fucking Jerry Maguire and Tom Cruise is. But the guy who's the quarterback, Kush, man, you know, Kush.
Is it Keanu Reeves? Kush in that?
Yeah, it's Keanu Reeves.
Bro, who the fuck
Stupid.
is Kush?
Exactly. So, anyways, I'm doing cardio at the gym, and this guy is hosting Pictionary. Like
On TV?
oh man,
I want to look him up.
to me, to do those gigs, I'd rather, like, I was sleeping on the floor for the last 8 months. I just moved into my own place.
Yeah, you were talking about
this
that, bro.
week.
That's
And
great.
yeah. It's better than having 3 roommates and mice and rats and cockroaches. And I honestly said to myself, I said, JJ, would you be fine doing what you're doing in comedy? This is your living situation, or completely
Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell?
He went to my school, dude.
Come on.
I saw him on the street
He's a
the
rich
other day.
Gramercy boy like you.
Maybe.
Dude.
But he went to my school. That's funny you mentioned that.
Bro.
Jerry O'Connell. And dude,
He's
his
older than you.
brother was my sailing instructor randomly.
You sail? Jesus Christ, you shouldn't tell people.
Fuck, no, I didn't mean that. I took a 2-week course where they taught me how to sail, and I had no idea. I did not retain any of that information. It was Charlie O'Connell. I don't know why he was the
But
lead.
he's had like work, like he's had Hollywood work. Yo, you know, men are so into the, like.
Are you suggesting that I'm going to have work done, or it looks like I have work done?
No, you don't. You look, what are you, 28?
31.
31? Yeah, same difference. Fucking idiot. But like,
Sorry, dude, I corrected you on my fucking age. Yeah, I'm 28, basically.
he's had the Holly. Why do you make noises like that?
I think it's endearing.
To whom?
Bro, my friends think it's funny when I text them.
Yeah, but also your friends are like Wall Street nerds who.
Bro, that's not true.
Who are your friends?
Couple guys who work on Wall Street.
I hope you make it. You're going to get slaughtered by comics. They're going to.
Do you think we care? Do you think we care? No, we don't give a shit.
You know what?
This is one of the more combative episodes we've ever had. This is great.
Really?
We need this. Yeah. What do you mean, really? You think people come in here and shit on me on my own podcast? No, dude. This is great. People are like,
Let me
people are
tell
loving
you,
it.
the more I'm in this space of yours, I'm like, oh, this actually makes sense. Like everyone, because I do my podcast to like other people like me who are human garbage. Those are my fans. Like I once heard Stanhope. You want to say who it is and put a picture for your fucking well-off $89,000 to $250,000 a year friends who Doug Stanhope
Yeah,
is?
go ahead. Pop them up. Yeah, go ahead.
So I heard him talking about, look at this guy answering his fucking phone. Don't worry, it ends when it ends. I heard him talking about he's showing up to a gig and he's walking across the street and he's like, look at all these people who are outside. Who the fuck are these people? And it was his fans. And when I heard that story, it's like, that's what I want. I want my fans to, when people are outside, if I could ever get to that point, waiting to get into the venue, like, who are these savages that are waiting outside? Who
Like
are they
in the
going to see?
winter type?
The winter?
Well, I mean, it was freezing outside. Like, why were they waiting outside? Like, why was he making such a
Because
big
the venue wasn't open yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He
like
was like,
in
who the
lineup.
fuck waits so in line?
No, but just like, you know, but that's what your thing is. You get all these like, what are you looking at your nails? What's wrong with you? Are you gonna, I've heard Joe Rogan say once, he's like, I've had one podcast I didn't air. Is this going to be like this, man?
No, dude, we're airing this.
don't care.
I'm addicted to biting my nails, though.
Oh, dude, you know
why
what
I'm
I have? I have trichotillophagia. I could just like, if I have something on my head, 2 hours later, I could be like still scratching at it.
Oh, and like you get to your skull. So what's that? A neurologic disease where you just can't stop scratching?
I don't know, man.
Well, how do you stop initially? You just never
So
start.
the same thing with my nails
Yeah.
too. Like I can get in a bad habit when I'm writing, and then I'm like, oh, I just have to get.
Yeah, bro. That's like kind of when I'm at the gym, I do that shit the entire time.
Not at the gym, because I do a HIIT workout. That's where you should go. You should do HIIT.
Hot chicks in that class or what?
No, you do it. I do it on my phone, and I put the headphones. I grab the dumbbells, and I go into a corner, and I just do a 45. You have no time because you get 10 seconds in between, and you're following someone on your phone. It's actually the best workouts.
What is that, like the Peloton app or?
Guy, it's not riding a bike. It's no.
Dude, the Peloton has a workout thing
really?
also.
You know what's something like? There's a guy's name. There's all these fitness trainers that they do like HIIT. So it's like 40 seconds on with the dumbbells, 20 seconds off. So you have no time to fuck around,
Yeah.
and your workout's done in 30 to 40 minutes. So, but yeah, so my point with your podcast, you'll actually get these like, kind of like the Chris D'Elia fans, like these uber nerds who are like Wall Street bros, like, yeah, like that, you know, who are, yeah, I know you're lame.
Dude, he just got in trouble. More so, I think new allegations. He had to like cancel his album or something coming out on January 11th. He's canceling it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, bro, I like young girls too, but like above 18.
Whoa.
Above 18, bro.
You know, I know. I'll
above
tell you
18.
something, buddy. I love guys like you. You know why? Because I know that you got fucking skeletons in your closet and they're not out. And I love it. So eventually, hopefully I stay in New York. Hopefully I stay here, but I can't wait till it breaks whatever you're fucking deviant. Look at you.
I'd be curious to see what comes out, man.
There's nothing. You can't get nothing on me. I'll tell you.
You're so open about it.
As
am I, bro. I had a ketamine phase.
Did you?
Yeah, dude.
Cool.
That wasn't great.
Why?
Because I got really lost in the sauce, and people say, "Oh, you can't be addicted to ketamine," but like I like was. There was a point like where my nostril got so fucked up that like I was trying to do it and it just wasn't happening. I was like, let me try the other nostril.
Yes.
So that's a skeleton that I would.
Have you talked about this before?
Not likely want to talk about. And I talk about it on stage a little bit. I'm like, all right, who's fun in here?
Yeah, but you also do it like a whimsical, like, yo, I did ketamine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not like, so I was doing fucking ketamine, chopping up the lines. You could do that.
So ketamine's a very big gay drug. I used to.
Yeah, dude, huge gay drug.
K-holes, right?
Yes, bro. Why it like loosens your butthole, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I think that's what the thing is behind.
So when I was in the closet, I used to go out in Toronto during the summers. Like if I would come back from college, I would go out to the gay.
Where did you go to college, by the way?
I went to 6 colleges in 5 years. I'm an
It was
idiot.
all close to Toronto, though? Like
No,
easy to
all
get
in
back?
America for baseball. I had scholarships. This is how bad I am as a student. That the only school I could get to, because I transferred so many times and I flunked out, my last junior college, I failed out of everything. That a D3 school gave me an academic exemption to get me in.
To play baseball.
To play baseball.
Damn,
yeah,
nice.
That's how big of an idiot I was. And the coach loved me, and I love this guy. I just reached out to him after a couple years, after probably a decade of not speaking to him, just seeing how he was. But the K-hole, this is interesting.
You know, now it's becoming more mainstream because you can just take an IV with a doctor looking over you, and they have
that's
prescriptions for it somewhere.
For people with PTSD.
Yes, or severe depression.
But you were doing it. Why did you get into it?
I was just hanging out with a crowd that was partying a lot. I started doing it.
How old were you?
This is like right before jaw surgery, bro. This is kind of like the turning of the new leaf.
Were you doing comedy at the time?
Not really. Here and there. I was taking improv classes at
UCB.
You
were, of course.
You see the Herald, that thing. Dude, I was a big UCB guy, and then pandemic hit. I was like, all right, I need more stage time, and that's when I started to do stand-up.
Let me tell you how much I hate the UCB. Do you need to explain what kind of crowd it is? The alternative comedy. You're not that person, though. You're just a theater nerd. Again, holding back on the word. But a lot of those guys, they think they're better than comics. They're like, oh,
Wouldn't you say it's kind of reversed as well, though? Comics look at improv people and they're like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
Yeah, the improv people are happy. No, I don't think I look at them as like, yeah, there's just something I took a couple improvs to get better at stand-up. And by the third semester at Second City.
Chicago?
No, I went to the one in Toronto. So I did the A class, which I loved because that's when I first started comedy. And I was with really cool people who I still talk to. The second class, I kept on switching classes, but the third class it was like in the heart of when the culture was changing to really from like bro culture to like, that was right before the Me Too movement.
So right before Harvey Weinstein, kind of?
Yeah, but you could see a shift in society, right? This is right before Trump. You could see a divide. And these people were just not, they were like so disingenuous and it was not fun. And they're like, they didn't like taking risks. And that's the kind of thing I don't like about when people look at someone who takes risks on stage, they're very critical of that. When I look at someone who's a hack or even like an alt comic, I don't think, I'm like, thank God you're doing that because I don't want people trying to do what I do. I would hate that.
Well, I think it takes a lot of comfortability on stage to kind of do what you do, bro, in a unique way. You know what I mean? Going out there and putting on this character persona that you know that people might not initially like, but you also don't give a shit, and that's the best way for you to put your comedy out there.
Well, that was interesting at your show because it was clearly people that wouldn't probably want to see me.
It was like a younger-ish kind of crowd.
Younger-ish, more women, but people who wouldn't like. If I had fans, like I have small.
When you do, and when you have
no, I have fans, but it's not large. It's not like Ryan. Ryan has like right. Ryan has like legit. You know, he's proper famous. But that wouldn't be the type. But I always do well in those settings, though. This is just not my setting because you could see the shift of the show. I actually felt, because I was poking my head in, I felt like it was a tough show to begin with. But I turned them. But it was difficult, right? Because that's not my crowd. My crowd's Ryan's crowd, like a bunch of like bros and wild chicks. Like I love that stuff. I love wild people. So you know, it's so fascinating, man. Because I lived in the closet for a long time, and people, when I first came out on stage and started doing that, people were like, "You're fascinating," and I'm like, to be honest with you, I think everyone's fascinating. Like to me, I look at your story of ketamine no different than my story of living in the closet. It's just two different stories, but both equally interesting. I don't buy into the this is life. You live by the not that I'm trying to break the rules or be like a Rage Against the Machine kind of thing, but I do like the honesty of the outsiders, which are actually like everyone just puts on a mask.
Like everyone kind of has a story like you and I, you mean?
Of course.
Dude, so today was an insanely difficult day for me, man. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed because that just fucking happens sometimes. Snapped out of it. I brought my camera to the vlog. What, dude? You don't appreciate my complaining? I'm pretty fucking stoic, so I'm going to complain a little bit.
Okay.
Went to shoot a vlog, brought the vlog camera, battery was
alone?
dead. So we had to shoot on the iPhone.
Or did you get the Yiddish guy?
No, not the Yiddish guy, Schuster. I had a new guy today.
What's waking up on the wrong side of the bed? I don't buy into that. I love waking up because I love getting the coffee.
Me too, bro.
Also,
but I just woke up. I was like, fuck, things are not moving as fast as I would like them to move. There was like a quick lapse. You know how you sometimes have that as a human?
Yeah, but I also am at that age where I'm like, I'm here and there's a good chance that this is going to be it. Like, this is it. Like, that's why I said I saw your affirmations in your bathroom, and I'm like, I really think you should put emphasis on happiness, bro. I really do. Because the fact that you live in New York City, you do this full time, 99.999% of the comics in the world would like that. And if that's not good enough, I think that's a big problem, in my opinion. but I'm also 42 years old and I have no money and I fucking steal from Whole Foods. So
I think happiness is a huge part of it, man. And gratitude if you read some of those things in there. But yeah, just in general, I was just
I couldn't.
That time and moment.
It was hard to read all those notes with me just rolling my eyes.
These guys don't know what they're talking about. I'll pop it up here. You guys can see all the notes of affirmation I have on my shower.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think reading stoicism and being grateful are very important things.
Yeah, bro. Onward and upward. Anything coming up in the beginning of 2023 that you're looking forward to?
No, I actually made a decision to cause both me and Ryan were talking about this. Like he's choosing not to go on the road, and I actually don't think it's right now. I just want to focus on establishing myself more in this. Like I'm in a few clubs, doing clubs in New York, but I really want to make a aggressive move towards some of the bigger clubs, hopefully. And I think that's just that takes time too. But no, nothing crazy. Just continue to kind of what you're doing is just continue to create, try and find things that you love doing, and like I said, I think the path is cool. It's enjoyable for the most part, but you do have the bad days, like you said.
JJ,
we don't have to shake, dude.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, bro.
Of course, I'd do this anytime, man. I not really. I mean, once a year.
All right, dude. Ted Jones World Podcast. Follow this guy, JJ. We're popping up your Instagram, so please tell us what it is right here.
Well, if you're popping it up, right, for your audio listeners, JJ Liberman Comedy.
Absolutely, JJ. Thanks so much for coming on and actually just putting on your true face, bro. We really appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.